Hi, everybody. It is Saturday the 21st. I got about a week before I head out, a little more than a week before I head out with Lyle for our acoustic tour, in which I'll be taking us back on adventures, visiting all of the venues that we play. And it'll be a small group, and then in summer, we'll be back with the large band. Hopefully, Brad will be there again, and we can get a continuation of the adventures we were having with Brad. Okay, I was going to post something yesterday, and I didn't have it in me to do it. I was going to talk about David Crosby. I've been friends with David since the late 60s and done so many different projects with him, his solo stuff, he and Graham Nash, CSNY. We've done live gigs together, and he was a force of nature. He was quite a handful at times, and I loved him dearly. And I've just been seeing like tons and tons of posts. It's remarkable how wide his breadth was on touching the music community and all the things that people have written over the last few days, and still kind of in a state of shock over his passing. But I thought, I would just play some of the songs that I worked on with him today that aren't like the ones that you hear every day, and just kind of honor the gifted memory of a remarkable artist. I remember the first time we met was in the late 60s at a place called Devonshire Downs, which was out in the San Fernando Valley, and they would have all like rodeos and car shows and all kinds of stuff. Well, there was a concert there. I think it was in 68. And I went up there and I was watching Jimi Hendrix play. And there's a guy standing next to me, and it was David. And we started talking at that point, and we were connected from there on. And I've loved every opportunity I ever had to work with David. And we were getting ready to do a tour. I was going to be splitting bass duties with Hutch Hutchinson. When he was busy with Bonnie or I was busy with somebody, the other would take over on the tour, and it was going to be Steve Postel and Stevie DeStanislaus and Christopher Stills, who, is Stephen's son, and with Veronique Sanson, James Hara, who did Lyle's tour last summer, and hopefully will be back with us, was going to be on guitar. I mean, it was going to be great. It was going to really be great. And it's just sort of so shocking that all of a sudden it's over. It's behind us. So I'm just gonna play a few songs here and not dwell on it. This was a real interesting track. This was a song that we did. It was produced by David and Craig Durgee and Stanley Johnston. It's a traditional song, but the arrangement on it was by the great Michael Hedges, who it's basically Michael and myself on this with David doing all the vocals on it. And we lost Michael years ago, and he was one of the most amazing musicians I ever worked with. When I had heard he passed, it was one of those shockers and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and play this for you now, and it's their version, David and Michael's version of My Country 'Tis of Thee. I don't know if many people have heard this, but it's really amazing. Here we go.
My country is of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's Bride, from freedom reign. Let freedom reign. Let it
Love it. Love it. I'm going to be digging around here just a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play, okay, this is from David's Oh Yes I Can album from 1989. And I'm going to play, this is a song called Melody. And it's myself on bass and Russ Kunkel on drums, Craig Durkee on electric piano, Steve Lukather on guitar, Joe Lala, who is also no longer with us, on percussion, and the wonderful Kim Bullard on synth, and then David Crosby on vocals. Let me see if there's any. Again, this was produced by Craig Durkee and David Crosby and Stanley Johnston. So here we go, Melody. Let me see where Melody is hiding on here. Here we go. It's just, man, such a beautiful voice. The timbre and just that there's a buttery quality to his voice, but yet he can rock, but he can be the most beautiful ballads on there. Let me see what else I've got tucked away here. Oh, this is a beautiful song. Let me see if I can find any credits on this one. Hold on. Trying to keep track of all this stuff. Well, this is Lady of the Harbor. Again, this is from that same album with David, but another song. This is written by David. Well, it's actually, it lists Craig and David on this one, so that's great. And this again is Craig and Durkee and David Crosby and Stanley Johnston producing this one. I'll see if I can find some credits on this. But this is Lady of the Harbor.
Our Lady of the Harbor, Lady of the Light, an immigrant like all who came before. She says, give me your homeless, your landless and your poor. Come see what we believe behind this open door. That all are created equal and given half a chance. They can work out all their differences, the distance in the dance. How many eyes, through how many tears, saw the promised land when they saw you for how many years? This country's got so big, hardly know one another. It's hard to think someone you don't know could really be your brother. But wasn't that the idea when we started out? In school, that's what they said the Constitution was about.
It's right here in front of me.
Many good men died, maybe more next week, so we could have the freedom to believe and think and speak. And anyways, lady, I just wanted you to know there's a lot of us out here who like to see your tortures. Wasn't that the idea when we started out? School, that's what they said the Constitution was about. Wasn't that the idea when we started out? School, that's what they said the Constitution was about. Wasn't that the idea when we started out? School, that's what they said the Constitution was about. Wasn't that the idea when we started out? School, that's what they said the Constitution wasn't that the idea.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like he is right here. I mean, I knew this guy so well. It's just so unbelievable. What do we got here? Okay, here's one that was from a David Crosby Graham Nash album. We did a few albums with David and Graham together, and this was produced by Bill Halverson, and it's Craig Durkee on keyboards on this, Danny Korchmar on guitar, David Crosby on electric guitar, piano and co-producer on this, and vocals Graham Nash, myself, Russ Kunkel, and this was written by David. And this was the just the self-titled David Crosby, what's Graham Nash, David Crosby, I believe, album. And we did this way back in '72. So here's Whole Cloth.
On what do you base your life, my friend? Can you see around the bend? Can you see? On what star do you take your sight? On a cold and blowing night, alone, alone. Oh man, can you make a mirror for me? It's got to be clearer than air for me. 'Cause you see, I can't see me, no. And I always thought that I meant what I said. But you know that lately I've read we were lying, all of us lying, just making it up there. Cutting it out of whole cloth, yeah.
Yeah, Dave. And this was about the time that the section came together and was recording, and David came in and he sang on one of our tracks. I mean, we were instrumental, but we thought, gotta have Cross in there. Let's see. This is a beautiful tune here. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Okay, that house. I mean, I could be sitting here for hours doing Cross songs. Okay, no, not that one. This was a great track. This was on his Cross album, which was not that long ago. This was a few years back. But just a beautiful, the arrangement. This was, let me find the credits on this one. I don't want to seem that confused here, but just trying to get all this stuff. Okay, this was a song called Find a Heart. So it's on the Cross album that we did back in 2014. And this is Marcus Eaton on acoustic guitar and vocals, myself on bass, Stevie DeStanislaus, Stevie D on drums and percussion, James Raymond, who is David's son, on piano and electric piano and synth, Steve Taviglione on soprano sax, and David singing vocals on this. And it was written by David Crosby and James Raymond and Marcus Eaton. And this is called Have a Heart. Let me get back to that one. Or Find a Heart on this one. Okay, here we go. But just, he got more and more adventurous as time went on.
Find a heart that you can speak in the language of your own soul, in the stillness of the water. Find the peace to make you whole, a passage to illumination, pulling light from the black of coal. Make it work like touching skin, make it open so you can reach it. Make it breathe, make it sweat, go as deep as you can get. In a whisper, in a shout, say it how you want it said to you, in a voice so free of doubt. All your victories are ringing true. Breath rising to the surface, ascending slowly into the blue. Make it work like touching skin, make it open so you can reach it. Make it breathe, make it sweat, go as deep as you can get. Make it work like touching skin, the eyes of a lover and the words of a friend. All the goodness that lies within is lying just around the bend. part of yours. Keep it close enough to hear its cry. In the frame of an open door, see the truth and strike the light. Miles of stone to reach the core. A million answers in love's disguise. Make it work like touching skin. Make it open so you can reach it. Make it breathe, make it sweat. Go as deep as you can get.
I love the way 5 feels. It's just everything. I mean, literally, I could just sit here all day playing the songs I've recorded with David Crosby, and never get tired of any of it. It was always just an amazing experience working with the cat. Maybe just one more here. Let me see what we got. Get rid of that one. See what we've got. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and play this one thing here. This was really fun. I did a couple of times. We did the Arsenio Hall TV show, and it was really fun. We did this track that we recorded with Phil and David, and we got to play it live, and it was just Phil playing piano, myself on bass, and Phil and David doing the vocals on this. So that's just the way it is on the Arsenio Hall show. So I'm watching the show itself, but you're just going to hear the audio on this. But here we go. This was great. I love this.
That's Just the Way It Is from his album, But Seriously.
Hold on.
Back to perform. That's Just the Way It Is from his album, But Seriously. Joined once again by David Crosby and bassman Leland Sklar's Phil Collins.
That's the way it is.
the way it is. You see the dying, you feel the pain. What have you got to say? If we agree that we could disagree, we could stop all of this today. It's been your life for as long as you can remember, but you cannot find no more. You must want to look your son in the eyes when he asks you what you did it for. 'Cause all day long he was fighting for you, and he didn't even know your name. Young men come and young men go, but life goes on just the same. And I don't know why do we keep holding on? I don't know why, pretending to be oh so strong. Oh, why is there something no one told me? Something very wrong with you and me, or maybe that's the way it is. There's nothing I can do, 'cause that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way. That's the way it is. That's the way. That's the way it is. That's the way. That's the way it is. That's the way.
We did Another Day in Paradise on the same show and stuff. Now I've done shows with David but he's such a great part singer too. I mean, he blends so beautifully with Phil on that. So I'm going to get going now. We got a busy day ahead here. I'm still in disbelief that this cat's gone. I mean, he was just bigger than life. He was a presence that was to be reckoned with. And I'm grateful for the decades I had with him, and I'm sorry for it drawing to an end, because he had a lot more music in him. I mean, it's like he's not one of these guys that was out there resting on his laurels, as they say, doing, here's all my old hit songs. I mean, he was still constantly working on new material and creating and doing new collaborations, finding different bands to put together and stuff just to keep the juices flowing. So I loved you, David. I miss you like crazy, and but I'm forever grateful for having known you. So take good care. I will talk to you all later. Okay, bye-bye.